And welcome to Let's Play World of Warcraft, Heroic Drak'Tharon Keep. This is part 2 of our videos, and this is your host, Particle Man. We're going to pull the Raptor, or the T-Rex boss, in Drak Keep, and there's some abilities you probably want to know about. He has a ton that he'll just spam right in a row. You'll see him here in a second. It's like a bleed effect. He's got multiple bleed effects, and one of his worst ones is a AoE Fear, that fears everybody for like 6 seconds. He'll do multiple times. Then the worst one probably, well, maybe even worse than that, is Grievous Wound. It's been here since Heroic Underbog, and it'll do like 2,000 damage every second until you get fully healed. So if you're a healer, be aware of that, and check your tank after battle, because if you don't, then your tank might just die after the battle's over, and that just is really stupid. So just remember that. Now in this part, unbeknownst to me, Soccermon and our healer, Vashon, decided they wanted to show you guys how I could run up here and pull everything, and then they could die, and how we could finish this fight without everybody dying and causing a full wipe. Apparently what happened was Vashon cast a heal, and I was trying to gather everybody, and as you can see, 3 people didn't gather, and so he lost him, and then when I finally got around to getting everybody around me, I guess Soccermon decided to whirlwind or something, and he died too. And so now we got 2 dead people. But what it does do is show you how awesome we are for not dying. No, I'm just playing. But what it does is it shows, like, if you have a couple people die during a fight, this doesn't have to be a long recovery time. I've seen people take 2 or 3 minutes just to get things going again. Boom, as soon as you're out of combat, I started resin one, our shaman started resin the other one. We can just jump back in combat as quick as we can without too huge of a downtime. Now, we did give them like a few seconds to drink up, because you don't want your healer going in with like no mana. But if they're really good, you don't have to worry about them too much, and they can go on just a couple thousand mana if you don't take a lot of damage. And I still got lay on hands, so I figure I'm still good to go, which is why I go into the next group already. But see, we're already fully buffed, ready to run back in here. Actually, I don't think I buffed anybody again, so you should probably try and do that. I mean, they're instant cast. So these 4 groups up here, they're all they're intermingled with zombies, okay, undead and human. So you can use your Holy Wrath at will. This group starts with like 50% health or less, so they're not much to deal with. Now, the next couple pulls used to give us a really hard time back in the day. They don't really give us a hard time much anymore because we kill them really quick. But you should know that they have a fear, and it sucks. It lasts for about 6 seconds, and it's about a 1.5 second cast on their part. And you've got 2 of them. And I don't know if it's a time-based thing, but most of the time it always seems like they cast around 50%. But as you can see, they die here super, super fast, so you don't have to worry about it too much. If you got Shaman, Tremor Totem. If you don't, you can silence, interrupt it, stun them, try to do all those things. Now, Soccermon decided that just in case you all wanted to see how quick we could res someone after combat again, he decided to take it upon himself to go ahead and get killed again, just for you guys, the listeners. So, in the comments, drop him a line, thank him for doing that. And so now, after this fight, we'll show you quick res, get things going again. Luckily, the last fight, you probably don't even really need a healer because of the way the fight works. But see, just boom, res them, run right on. Now we've had 3 people die in one instance, and it only added about 30 seconds onto our time. So that's kind of how you can get through people dying really quick, get them back up, get them going again. This boss is freaking annoying. He has 2 different phases. The first phase, you just DPS him down. He doesn't really do much. Not very difficult. Then he does this, where he steals flesh or something, and he turns you into a skeleton. Everybody gets turned into a skeleton. There's no way to avoid it. Okay, you have 4 buttons. You have a Scourge Strike, which is just the damage, which is number 1. Number 2 is a Taunt, which should only be used by your tank. If anybody else is getting aggro, tell them to stop hitting 2, because they most likely are. 3 is a bone shield. Go ahead and use that if you're the tank, even though it doesn't really matter because you're not taking a lot of damage. And 4 is a shadow bolt thing that does damage to him and heals you, which is why you don't really need a healer in this fight. Because this phase where you're out of skeleton form and in normal form, you don't really take a lot of damage. So once you're in skeleton form, you can do your shadow bolt heal again. So that's why you don't really need anything for this particular boss fight. You can just go in 5 DPS, but it's just kind of annoying because it just takes a long time. Now there is this poison cloud. You got to get out of it quick, because although you don't need much heals in this fight, if you're in it, you will need heals. And if you get stuck in it during this return to flesh or flesh, whatever it is, then you can take a lot of damage for that 6 seconds that you're sitting there just taking a poison. So if you're at 50% health for some reason, you could easily die on this boss, even though it's still pretty easy for 4 people to kill him. Just so you don't inconvenience anybody and don't have to pay 11 gold to repair your armor. So that might help out. It looks like we're finishing this guy up. See, it just takes so long. We've been in like 2 minutes of the video almost is fighting this guy that would take 10 seconds. But he has these huge phases in between that takes forever. So let me go ahead and, there we go. Finally got him down. Get your loot and get out of there. So I hope you enjoyed the videos and learned a little bit. I should be posting up new videos here within the next week, so keep checking back to see if I posted any more, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.